Hi there. Just straight off the bat, I want to tell you that this is a video that I don't normally make. It is actually a super detailed case study about a friend of mine, how I got to lose his body fat and gain immense muscle in return without the gym and giving up his favorite foods. Now, I'm going to guide you through the whole process. Either you are a beginner or if you're an expert, there will be something that you can use. Definitely. It even might change your life. There won't be a lot of cuts, there won't be a lot of editing, not any music added as well, so you can pay full attention to what I will guide you through. As you will see, it's actually a really detailed summary. You'll be able to read it together with me and I will explain every step. So this is actually for skinny or fat men or women who want to lose at least 10% of their body weight, which is fat, and pack on lean muscle and keep it forever within 180 days or less, using the Recomp method. Or I will refund you the full amount if it doesn't work. Now, it's actually without gaining the weight back, the need of a gym, giving up your favorite foods, or spending hours on ineffective workout routines. Look, this is Wout. This is what he got when he started with me, and on the right you will see what a change. Now, my name is Guillaume and I'm going to show you how I exactly helped my friend Wout lose about 8 kilograms of fat within 180 days, while continuing to build 10 kilograms of lean muscle and have that shredded look that he never had before. Now, you see here on the top left is when he started, and then he used my Recomp method until here on the right below side, you see what the difference, more muscle, his veins are popping out and his abs are still visible. I want to warn you guys that I probably will stumble a lot on my words. So yeah, you're gonna have to get used to it. Now, who this is for, if you're looking to lose 5 to 10 kilograms of fat that you won't gain back while building a new frame of muscle that you will keep forever while still eating your favorite foods, then this is for you. If you're sick of feeling lost when it comes to getting shredded and need a simple and proven blueprint that you can fit into your lifestyle by making your life better, unlike most cookie cutter programs, it doesn't work, then this is for you. If you feel like you've tried everything and spent long hours at the gym but still don't have that physique you always wanted and dreamt of, then this is for you. If you don't like being at the gym and want to train at home with minimal equipment or at a park, then this is for you. And if you know you have the potential to unlock the best version of yourself, but you just need the guidance and the accountability to get you there, then this is for you. Now, who this is not for, if you are one in these lists, then this video is not made for you, then you can skip the video. Now, if you want to keep circling around traditional methods that have been actually holding you back and yield actually no results instead of using a proven system, then this is not for you. If you're looking for a quick fix and don't want to put in the work required that will keep you in shape for the rest of your life, then this is not for you. And if you're not willing to allocate at least 4 hours a week to training, then this is not for you. And if you simply do not believe that you can achieve your fullest potential, then this is not for you. Now here's the truth about getting shredded that no one will tell you. You can get shredded without excessive hours in a gym or a training spot and still eat your favorite foods, all while keeping the results forever. Most aren't capable of doing so because they don't understand how to. And how you need to do it is that you need to log your calories and macros with proper nutrition. It needs to be balanced and high in protein. We will go deeper into that, don't worry. Now, you have to train effectively with progressive overload, meaning that we will increase the strength over time so you don't rep it out. Eventually you will be repping like 20 repetitions, but it needs to be effective. So that's why we use progressive overload and implement the Recomp method instead of a quick fix approach. Let's get deeper. But don't worry, I'm not gonna let that happen to you, and there is no such thing as I don't have the time and that doesn't work for me or I'm not ready yet. You don't need superior genetics or excessive lifting and cardio or countless hours in the gym to achieve your fullest potential. You don't need all that. It's actually easy once you understand it. Now, if you want that person to be you, I'll show you exactly how to navigate around all the things we've mentioned, how I helped my friend Wout to get the body he always wanted, resulting in compliments every day from his friends, family, and coworkers, and how I can help you shred fat and pack on muscle in 180 days or less. And how to do all this without giving up your favorite foods or training excessively, even without a gym. And in case you don't know me, here's actually a brief backstory about how I got here. So I was 15 when I started training bodyweight movements, and I was actually bored. Now, look, the first picture here was actually, I think, like 2 or 3 years later since I started training. And you can see that I already have like some muscle on. Now, I was like 15 and I was so bored out of my mind. I didn't have anything to do because I couldn't game and I couldn't do any other hobbies because my mom took it away from me. And actually, it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I needed to search for other things to do. So I started training. Why did she do that? It was because I didn't have any good grades on my in school. So yeah, don't worry about that. But it got me here. Now, and I never did any workout with the intention to look good, but it was an outlet for me. So actually, yeah, I never did a workout to look good or to attract my girlfriend, or it was actually my mindset that attracted my girlfriend. So it wasn't, and the mindset actually created because I did consistent workouts. And eventually I got the physique, but then I wanted to go deeper into how I had to train effectively. And that's why I fell into a passion. And the training became a passion for me because I switched it with boredom and then I trained constantly. The consistency was there. And I started to become real good at it, meaning I can stay jacked all year round. There are some habits and some nutrition and some training regimens that you need to understand. And once you understand that, it's simple. It's so simple. Now, about that time, I started to help people achieve the same, and I've been loving every bit of it. So I started personal training, and I worked together with a friend, and we had some clients, and we helped them. We helped increase their pull-ups, burn fat, and gain muscle. And the thing was, I was in the army, and I couldn't do any personal training anymore because the army took up a lot of time. So I started to do online coaching, and then I realized that I could help people on a larger scale and help them effectively with the system that I built out. So I'm actually teaching people to do the same so they can independently keep the results. Because once you understand, there's no one that can take it away from you. Now you see here the left picture was like 2 years after. So I guess I was 16 at that time. So I was quite jacked when I was 16, but still, then I wasn't really proud of myself. So I went deeper. And then on the right, you see, yeah, I'm just jacked as fuck there. Now, the Recomp method is my playbook, and I built it through my own trial and error. And by digging down into data and knowledge to coach people into having low fat and a good physique and showing them how to keep it forever. Now, I've actually decided to break it down all for you. In the following steps, I'll outline the entire process from A to Z of what Wout, my friend, did to accomplish these results, so you can use my Recomp method to lose at least 10% fat of your body weight and pack on lean muscle and learn how to keep it forever in 180 days or less. Now, the Recomp method is actually a simple blueprint. I keep it simple, you know, and you have a fat loss phase and a rebuilding phase. So the fat loss phase. The first 90 days, we're going to burn away the fat, and we're actually going to focus on progressive overload with bodyweight movements to maintain and build muscle with high volume. So what does that mean? You know, progressive overload means that we will increase our resistance. And you can say, like in the gym, you know, how do I increase the resistance? Is by adding weight. Now, with progressive overload through bodyweight movements, you change the angle. So you can look it up. You have a normal push-up and then you have a pike push-up. If you look up a pike push-up, you're going to see that there's a lot more stress on the shoulders. You change the angle. That's how progressive overload works to maintain and build muscle with high volume. We're going to go deeper into that even. Now, we're going to build up the habits and the routines that support the overall result. And these habits and routines, you'll be able to use it in your whole life, your whole life. Now, we make sure we have some low food intake, and we're going to optimize our macros for that fat loss phase. And yeah, we're going to do progressive cardio to increase our total daily energy expenditure. Actually, if you are a person who is sitting a lot and at the desk, then cardio can improve your activity level so you burn more calories throughout the day. Now, the rebuilding phase is after the 90 days of the fat loss phase, and that is actually, we're going to lean bulk there, and we're going to lower the volume of our repetitions and increase the intensity for maximum growth. So, and that's still with bodyweight movements, you know, and also a higher food intake is really important because some people, you know, they, sorry for going off topic, but some people, how do I say this? They want to lose fat. So what they do is they do cardio and they go into a low food intake, like the fat loss phase, you know? But after the fat loss phase, they don't do any progressive overload to maintain their muscle. What they do is they diet. And if you diet and do a fat loss phase, but you don't maintain the muscle and rebuild it, then you're actually worse than before. So you're better off not dieting in the first place, because the less muscle, the less calories you are going to burn. And eventually you will have more fat than before. So it's really important that your first steps are good. Now, okay, where was I? Okay, yeah, higher food intake. So we're going to up your calories, so we will actually stimulate muscle growth. So the more muscle you have, the more you can eat and the more calories you can burn, and just the happier you feel. Now, also, we're going to lower our cardio because we don't need really any cardio anymore after that. You can do it for fun and just for the health benefits. Now, let me show you how I optimized each stage of the system for myself and Wout, so that we were no longer held back by mistakes we didn't even know we were making in the first place, and finally find a solution so my clients and I can rely on each stage to shred fat and build muscle. We can rely on the stages. We know what it will bring. We have a simple blueprint. So training, nutrition, and recovery. Those are the three main things you always need to keep in mind. Look, training, we will divide that into intensity, your form, and progressive overload. Now, intensity, proximity to failure. That's what I told you. So you have to reach failure. If you see someone in the gym and you see him repping out lat pull downs and you see it's not a heavy weight, and you see him looking like, is that intensity? There is none intensity, nothing. You won't reach failure. The sooner you reach failure, the sooner you get to recover, and the sooner you get to recover, the more muscle you build. Now your form, your alignment, eccentric and concentric movements, what's that? Now, your form should always be good. And like with a push-up, if your ass is all the way up and you're doing push-ups like that, it's like, it doesn't work like that. You don't stimulate any mind-muscle connection here. The eccentric and concentric movements is like the positive and the negative movement. So you have to go down slow and then push back up and go down slow. Your negative should be controlled. That's where your mind and muscle connection, is really important. The more mind-muscle connection you have, the more muscle you will build. Because look, the picture here, right? Besides of the tomatoes, you see my full back it's my scapula, you know, the scapula protraction. It's more, if it's not really a protraction, but a good depression of my scapula. You see all the muscles. It's my mind-muscle connection. All the form is there, you know, everything is there. My mind-muscle connection is ideal. I build a lot of muscle. You can do pull-ups without the intention to really go into failure with proper form. If you're not going to do that, then you're just better off doing other things, you know. If you're going to train good, train hard, and reach failure. It's going to be hard, I tell you. I still reach failure until now because it's fun, you know. I know what it gets me. It's simple. Nutrition. Look, you have macros and calories. And macros are, you have fats, carbs, and protein. We're going to go deeper into that, don't worry. But we have to minimize our fat gain. So, and maximize our muscle gain. How do we do that? Is by adapting our macros and calories to your body, what you need in the fat loss phase and the rebuilding phase. Cheat meals are great. I fucking love them. I do cheat days even, or even, okay, I can't really tell you this, but I almost do a cheat week almost. But that's not good, you know, but sometimes you slip. I'm human too. But you know, cheat meals are great to just counterbalance, you know, you're still human. You still can eat fries and burgers and pizza, but not all the time. That's why cheat days are really ideal. Now, what the best choices are for each macronutrient, we're going to go into that, and what intermittent fasting is. I hope you already know what intermittent fasting is. If you don't know, I'll go deeper into it, but it's actually a really great way for your mind and body to just recover. And we use that in the fat loss phase. Now, hydration is so important, really. At least 2 liters of water, because what is like, it's like the average water intake for a normal human is like almost 2 liters, and he's doing normal work. But if you're going to train with high intensity and proximity to failure, you're gonna need more water, and you're going to feel that. Now, recovery, yeah, you need to sleep 7.5 hours a day. I know some people can't. I only sleep 7 hours a day, but you can do 7.5, and if you have more time to sleep, use it, because you're going to feel way better over day. But if you can only sleep 6 hours, it can impact your recovery. It sure as hell can, but you know, 7.5 hours is a sweet spot. If you can, do that. If you cannot, don't worry. No, rest days, you have active and full rest. Active rest days, you can do like, if you have more time available, but you don't have your training planned, then do some foam rolling routine or do any stretching routines. That's like an active rest day. But if your muscles are so sore, and you're going to feel that, man. If your muscles are so sore, you need to have a full rest day. And that is just not doing anything besides work. Of course, you need to work, but yeah. The fat loss phase. Let's go. So, training. What do we do with training in the fat loss phase? Wait, is that right? Yeah, okay. We are going to aim for a higher rep range, and that will be 12 to 20 repetitions. Why is that? You can't directly jump into really hard failure in the fat loss phase, because you need to get accustomed to training, and you need to develop your mind-muscle connection first, and your form and execution should be right. So that's why if you're going to build muscle and go into the 8 to 12 rep range, it's not that ideal. You have to go into the 12, 20 rep range, so you have more volume. You're going to burn way more calories than that. And it's just to learn your form and execution, you know. Don't go straight into strength, you know. Give yourself some time. Now, you have to build a strong foundation. So in the fat loss phase, you should build up your core and your arm strength, your straight arm strength, you know, like a plank. You extend your arms and you're going to engage your core. That exercise on its own is good, but you need more exercises to build your core. But first, make sure you have a good, strong foundation. Now, in that fat loss phase, we're also going to correct imbalances and fixing any pains and strains for you to then grow stronger. And it might be that you're going to pull or push harder on your right than your left side, and that means that you have an imbalance in your body. And you might not even be aware of that. So in the fat loss phase, in the first 2 weeks, we're actually going to correct that. We're going to correct your imbalance and build a strong foundation. And upon that, we are going to progressively implement some cardio to actually stimulate fat loss. And also for the reasons for health and endurance, of course. That is like your training in your fat loss phase. You see here, my client Iben, he lost lots of fat. You see his stomach and his back is already showing some muscle than before. Love handles are going away. You see, just the fat loss phase, already great improvement. Now, the nutrition in the fat loss phase, you have to optimize it to make fat loss the highest priority through a caloric deficit. So a deficit means that we're going to eat less than you burn. And a good deficit is just 150 to 200 underneath. And that is ideal because we still need to maintain our muscle. You can't go in a minus 500. You're going to feel depressed, man. Go ahead and try it. Try to eat less than like a minus 500 under your maintenance calories. You're going to feel that on your body and your mind. So just a slight caloric deficit to make like the fat loss the highest priority is ideal. Now, you need to have and hit a good macro distribution. Now, for example, here, my client Jeffrey, for him, it's 170 grams of protein, 128 grams of carbs, and 57 grams of fat. Now, if you don't know all that, and if you don't know all the calorie deficit and all on top of that, don't worry, we take it over, you know. But you need a good balanced diet and a high protein diet to make sure you maintain the muscle and that you feel full. Because you can't stuff your mouth or your stomach full with carbs, because so much sugar and so much energy will go to waste and will store for fat. So you need to have a good macro distribution. We're going to implement some intermittent fasting, and it's a 16-hour window where you won't eat. And it makes sure that your body actually repairs, and it's cellular repair it goes into, and your mind gets clearer as well. For me, it's also a spiritual thing, you know, intermittent fasting, because I get to focus more. And as you can see, people who do Ramadan and Christianity, they use fasting as well. So it has health benefits and it improves fat loss because you go into ketosis stage. It means that you will use your fat for energy, which is ideal here. Now, in the 8-hour window, you will eat. So it's 16:8. So for me, for example, I will stop eating at 8 p.m. at night. I stop eating. And then at 12, I start eating again. And in that 16-hour window, I will only drink black coffee without sugar. Don't eat any protein, don't eat any carbs, don't eat any fat, not sugar, no pills, no, not anything. I mean, if you're sick and you need to take pills, yeah, okay, but it means that you don't need to stuff anything in your mouth. And then in the other 8-hour window, do what you want. Hit your calories, hit your macros, you're good to go. And with that, we're actually going to stimulate our fat loss. Now, cheat days are allowed, like 2 per month. If it goes up, don't worry. If the consistency is there, it's good. And hydration is really important here as well. Never forget that. The rebuilding phase. Now, that's actually 90 days after. So 90 days fat loss, and now we're going to go into a rebuilding phase, which is really important. Some people stop here. Look, the rebuilding phase is actually, we're going to optimize for intensity to maximize muscle growth. And it means that the progressive overload here will be more of use, and we're going to stay in the 6 to 12 rep range. So that's actually a low rep range that maybe you're not really used to that, but your 12th rep, you shouldn't be hitting that. You know, your 12th rep, you should be crying. You should be crying at your, like if you hit your 10th rep, like your 10, 11, and then 12, you should drop down. How we do that is by changing the angle or adding weight. Now, we need more intense and effective workouts for maximum results. So we're going to go into more push workouts and more pull workouts and only leg workouts. We're not going to do full body workouts anymore here. In the first phases, with the fat loss phase, we need full body workouts. So there is no imbalances anymore in the body. I think I've forgot to mention that. But here, we need more intense and effective workouts for maximum results, you know. We're going to push harder here. And if needed, do a deload week. What does that mean? It means that you are going to implement a week where you won't train at all or do just stretching. It means that your body, once you go into that strength building phase and you do only 6 to 12 rep range with that progressive overload, your body will eventually say like, oh, fuck you, man, I had enough of this, you know? Then you need to do a deload week where you do nothing, or you do hypertrophy, meaning you go into a high rep range, like the fat loss phase actually. That's also good if you still want to do something. We're going to lower down our cardio, and cardio is not really needed here. We need to up our calorie intake, which we're coming here. Now, the nutrition part for the rebuilding phase is we're going to increase the calorie intake so the muscles get the fuel that they need to repair and grow stronger. It's simple, you know. You have your maintenance, and let's say on a day-to-day basis, you burn 2,000 calories, and you want to build muscle. If you want to build muscle, you first have to stimulate it with the training, but then on top of that, you need your nutrition. So you need your 2,000 calories. If you're going to remain to eat that, you won't stimulate a lot of fat. Muscle. You won't gain a lot of muscle. So you need a plus 150 calories above your maintenance to make sure that you're getting muscle, so your muscles get the fuel to repair and grow stronger. There's actually no need to do intermittent fasting anymore. You can eat your breakfast, but the thing is, if you still want to do it, you can, but it might be a little bit more heavy if you want to eat 2,300 calories, but it's okay, you know, everyone likes to eat. If you're hard at eating, then yeah, divide it into more meals. But intermittent fasting is actually not needed here. I still do it just for the health benefits. We're going to re-establish a high metabolism by tracking our macros without adding any extra body fat. So yeah, that's actually just what I told you actually in the beginning. That high metabolism, how we hit that is by giving you a calorie surplus, which ensures that you build muscle, but still staying within your macros so you don't add any extra body fat, because we don't want that, you know. You see me here, that's actually my final result of myself and the final result of Wout, my friend. You see our abs, you see our veins popping out. We didn't add any body fat. Some people bulk and they get so much fat on top of that, and they're just in a cycle, you know, of cutting, fatting, cutting, fatting. You just need 6 months and you're good to go, man. 4 to 5 cheat meals per month, or 3 or 4 days per month. Let's keep it with 3 days per month or 4 to 5 cheat meals per month. Enjoy yourself a little bit more. It's okay. And we're actually going to build a physique that is easy to maintain after the process. So that's what I meant, you know, you're not going to be in a cycle anymore. You actually get a full recomp. That's the method I use, the Recomp method. Okay, yeah, the Recomp method is meant to shred away the unnecessary body fat and rebuild your physique to a functional and muscular appearance, because without the need of a gym in less than 180 days. And functional means, dude or girl, calisthenics is functional. You get the mobility and the flexibility out of it, and you get muscle. There's so many advantage points here. And for Wout, the results were so worth it. Having his abs, strength, and gaining muscle mass felt so good. And getting compliments for others actually started to fuel his desire to chase it even harder. And that's for me as well, you know. I get compliments from day-to-day basis, and it feels so good, you know. It never, like I mentioned, it was never for me to look good, but just people saying that to me is for me knowing that I'm on the good path, you know, I'm on the good track. Now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. Now, if you are skinny and you don't have any abs, or if you are overweight and you're just not satisfied what you see in the mirror, or you want to gain strength and you're just ready to look good without a t-shirt on or in your bikini, and you want to make the most improvements physically and mentally, because the Recomp method, the whole 6 months, it's mentally hard as well, man or girl. It is mentally hard as well. And it's going to, it is going to give you a strong mindset and a strong body as well. Now, you get to lose at least 10% of your body weight, which is fat, and pack on lean muscle and keep it forever within 180 days or less using the Recomp method. And I will refund you the full amount if it doesn't work. Go ahead and read the description in the video. You can book a call with me, and in this call we will actually discuss, it's actually a strategy call. We will discuss how I can help you and to see if we're a good fit for each other or not, just to see where you are right now and what struggles you have, because we're going to find solutions for you specifically, even if that means to point you somewhere else. So thank you for watching the case study. I hope you got something out of it. Yeah, that's it, man. Or girl. Thank you. Bye bye. I hope to see you one day.